Hi guys, it's Ethnicgreenliving here, and I'm here for another video. Today I'm talking about my new journey. I am embarking on a new journey, and I'm definitely going to be soliciting your help along the way. I have been definitely gleaming a lot from Erica over at Me and My Busy Bees. Maybe it's My Busy Bees and Me. I'm Busy Bees, but she is amazing. If you guys don't know, she's about to graduate her amazing guy Nathan, right here in the new future, and she's one of the homeschool mamas that I can just really glean from because she's ahead on this journey, and I've just got some really good insight from her. And so with that being said, embarking upon this new journey brings us to science. And so this is kind of almost what I'm using for my 7th grader, but it's kind of also just a new supplemental type things that I'm doing, if that makes sense, and I'll share more, and so hopefully you'll get it. Because we are going to be doing some of his work group study, and that's upcoming in another video of how I'm going to do the group studies and what subjects we're doing together. But these are basically the things that he'll be doing on his own and just some new goodies that I picked up. And it's not a lot, but I just thought it was worth sharing. So this is the Exploring Creation with General Science Student Notebook. I thought that it might be worth the purchase, and it was pretty pricey. It was pretty pricey, but I'm ready for this challenge, and I just thought it's really good. So I just opened up to a page and let me show you. So this says, let's see here, how we can do this. This says, on your own, although the ancient Egyptians had reasonably advanced medical practices for their times, and although there were many inventions that revolutionized life in the ancient world, most historians of science do not think of Egyptian doctors and ancient inventors as scientists. Why? And then it says, hint, look at the entire definition of science. So it's kind of like on your own and some food for thought. So this is getting them to think about, okay, so what is science? And so now they're starting to piece together things. And this one says digging deeper. And so they now getting into timeline and creating that. And then true science began to emerge. And so now we're getting into using a graphic organizer. So I just feel like this, even though I know some people are not for, using textbooks and a lot of workbooks and things, I personally thought that this was a good one worth me spending my coins on. And I like all of the things that come about with it. So in just one page, or page 12 and 13, you have on your own something to ponder, you've got to dig in deeper, you're working on a timeline, and then on the next page you're doing graphic organizer. So I thought that was really good. And we are Christian, and so on page 16 and 17, this one is talking about on your own, and on your own, what episode from the history of science tells us we need to leave our personal biases behind when we do science. So it's not, they're writing a 10-page paper that's pretty quick and easy. But I like right here it talks about what does God's word say, and it says men has been studying the stars and planets for nearly 2,000 years. And it talks about look up Psalms 19:1 and write out what God says about the skies and the heaven and the space below. And so if you're secular, I'm sorry, this book probably won't be the best for you. You could omit that part. And I don't think they have too many parts like that. But it's definitely something to note that there may be more. And so lastly, I just want to share this too. This one for page 24 and 25 is talking about the era of Newton, the Enlightenment and Industrial Revolution. And so you're writing 2 things you learned about each scientist, and it says don't forget to add a summary of these names to your timeline. And so here we have some men. Obviously there are more that weren't included. So you can add them, or you can go with the ones they have. But nonetheless, I just wanted to share that I thought this was a good book. And so this is one of the new things that we're going to be doing, the student workbook and notebook. And I think for the most part, my son will be able to do that on his own. But if he needs help, of course, I'm here and I'll be able to help him. And that's going along with what we're doing this year for 7th grade science, which is the Exploring Creation General Science. And I did message Erica about this because, sorry, get my planner here. I did message Erica about this because I just wanted to, you know, just kind of talk with her about that high school journey, because again, I haven't embarked on it yet, but since I'm embarking on middle school, what comes after middle school, of course, is high school. And so, according to the My Father's World High School suggested course list, they will be doing biology or physical science. They'll be doing chemistry in 10th. They'll be doing advanced biology or the human body in 11th. And then they'll be doing physics more than likely in 12th. And so based upon these things, I said, okay, what will he be doing in 8th grade? And okay, what will he be doing in 7th grade? And that's how I came up with him doing the general science for this year, 7th grade. So this is the 2nd edition, but it's a creation-based general science course. It talks about the scientific inquiry in history, geology, human body, and more. It's designed for independent study, so it's easy to read and understand. It has a lot of engaging experiments that use common chemicals and supplies, access to instructors if students have questions, additional online resources. So then it has like a parent says testimonial type thing, and a student says as well. I've looked through this. It's definitely a lot. You can see it's a pretty thick book, but I'm excited about this. And some of the projects we're going to do together, we're going to let the littler ones join us. So now, I posted this on Instagram, and a lot of you guys gave me a lot of amazing feedback about this book. And this is a Everything You Need to Know Math in One Big Fat Notebook. And this is a complete middle school study. And so I really like it, and it's from the brains behind Brain Quest. And you guys know I have every single one. I have the actual Brain Quest itself, and then I have the generic Brain Quest as well. I just love it so much. So of course, if I love Brain Quest, you knew I would love this book. So anyway, they have key concepts and, you know, just all these things. And there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. And guess what? I've managed to get my hands on 4 of the books, and I have the math duplicated. So there's one that I'm missing, and the one that I am missing is the world history. So I don't have world history, so I'm gonna end up getting that one, and I may end up gifting this math one because I have to. But anyway, I just want to kind of share with you a little bit inside. Look how beautiful this is. Is this gorgeous? So I am all for, look at this, guys. This, I cannot express how happy this makes me just looking at this book, okay? This totally, like, excites me. I am nerdy and geeky and just all those things you want to say if you want to say it. I really am. This makes me so happy. Seeing the colors and seeing like all these lines and stuff. My brain totally works this way. If a child's brain doesn't work this way, then it may not work. But it just talks about whole numbers. A number with no fraction or decimal part cannot be negative. Example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this right here is the types of numbers and the number line. And so it's a really nice way to just kind of come and learn, you know, weight and capacity, examples, and then they have a check your knowledge section there. And so they kind of have this for everything as well. And so here we have perfect squares and we have cube roots, and they just really break it down in a way that's easy to understand. And in chapter 37, by that point, we've got up to solving multi-step equations. And so now we're isolating variables. So you're solving for x, if 3x plus 7 equals 27. And of course, the answer is 7. But they kind of talk to you about it, kind of give you some examples. I love that it's all done in just kind of one space and one notebook. And then they go on to just, again, give you steps and give you examples. So, as everything that I share on here, and I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but I just think it's really amazing. Quadrilaterals and areas. Look at this. Come on, this is amazing. And so anyway, this is just the math portion, and then we have that with everything you need to know to ace American history in one big fat notebook. So now we're getting to history, and you know, we've got some exploration technologies and Henry the Navigator and checking your answers and the 13 colonies. And you know, this history might not be for everyone, and I do understand that. But if you wanted to just kind of peek inside, you can kind of get it here. I did share these on Instagram as well. The Declaration, actual words. List of grievances, the American Revolution, timeline to real independence, new American borders. So, in any event, I just thought this was good to have, and it's not a textbook to me. But it's just something that may help. So if you didn't understand something you were learning, okay, this one is the amendments. So say you were learning amendments and you still didn't understand something, you might be able to just kind of turn to this and understand it well. So this one is everything you need to know to ace English language arts in one big fat notebook. And so you guys know I love English, so I'm really excited about that. And so we have dangling modifiers. We did a lot of this in IEW last year when I was an essentials tutor with classical conversations. So infinitives, infinitive phrases, examples. So I like how they make it fun. I love how they do all kinds of pictures. I love how I can see diversity in there. Every book I open up, I want my children to see diversity. Look at this picture. Some more diversity. So anyway, oh, and they have pronunciation keys here. So these are just really awesome books. How do I pronounce it? It's under that section. We have common cause and effect words. So I personally feel like these books are worth their weight. Tone. What is tone? In literature, tone is the way an author creates an attitude or mood in a piece of writing. You probably heard someone say, watch your tone. If you know what that means, so you know what tone is. And so example, say you don't want to go with your dad to the grocery store. There are a lot of different ways you can convey that information to him. With a polite tone, I'm sorry, Dad, I'd rather not. In a whiny tone, why do I always have to go to the store with you? With an angry tone, I'm not going to the store again. Wow. Some tones are not accepted in my house. But it says some common examples of tone are optimistic, hurt, compassion, agitated, questioning, authoritative, hopeful, and nervous. So anyway, this is the English. I'm so excited. Listen, for sure, I am way more excited about these books than my son is. But that's okay. He needs mommy to be excited. If I'm excited, he'll eventually get excited. And this is the everything you need to ace the science in one big fat notebook. And so, you know, if he's having a hard time in general science, he may be able to come over here. Evidence the universe is expanding, electrical circuit, series and parallel circuits. Yeah, my little kids are probably going to enjoy this too because they love the circuits and all that stuff. And this is something that's simple enough for, this is absorption. Okay, This video is getting long, but so this is the last book. Let me read this one. This is Absorption, page 149 on the Everything Science book. It says, if a wave passes through a substance, absorption may happen. Absorption is the transfer of energy from a wave to matter as the wave passes through it. For example, waves of light from the sun enter the ocean absorbed as they travel down. This is why the deeper you swim, the darker the water becomes. The way a wave is absorbed depends on the nature of the substance it goes through and the substance thickness. For example, recording studios often use sound insulation to absorb sound waves. When sound waves hit the insulation, most waves are absorbed, some are reflected, and very few pass through. Some substances absorb only specific wavelengths, which is how we see color. When we see a red apple, it's because every other color except red is being absorbed and red is being reflected. Furthermore, when a wave is being absorbed, the energy can be transformed. When light rays are absorbed, they are transformed into different forms of energy such as heat. This is why colors that absorb more light rays, which are dark colors, heat up when in the light, like the pavement on a hot summer day. And so, look at that, you know. And so the example, like the pavement on a hot summer day, absorb colors for the apple, reflected colors for the apple. And then, you know, you got your little ocean here. So, I don't know. To me, these books are just, yeah. Electricity and magnetism. So that's where I was talking about the circuit. So that was chapter 16. They just excite me. I like these books. They're really good. And so here we're talking about the atmosphere. We're talking about actually with the crust and the outer and inner cores. The atmosphere's structure and composition. And so which chapter? Oh, look, the rock cycle. Sorry. Don't want to get too excited. You're like, Christy, the rock cycle. But this is how I am. And I'm like, guys. And they're just like, yeah. Some of them are like, yeah. And some are like, Mom, really? But I was so excited. Rocks in the rock cycle. So you guys know Eli has a whole life rock collection. So he's really going to be excited about this. But that all came from Unit 6, which is the Earth, Weather, Atmosphere, and Climate. So anyway, this concludes this video. Hopefully I wasn't too chatty and I didn't make it too long. But I just wanted to share because these books are just so cute to me and so fun. And these are some of the things I'm taking with me for the new journey that I'm embarking upon, which is being a middle school mom. So how amazing is it that it's a complete middle school study guide? How could I not love it? How could I not get it? And how could I not know about it? But I guess I only know about it now because I'm a middle schooler. And now that I know about it because I have a middle schooler, I'm telling you so you can know about it. Because you will eventually have a middle schooler if you continue to homeschool. Oh. And then again, for our science here. And our workbook here. So anyway, guys, have any of you guys embarked upon this middle school journey? If you have, tell me what's happening for you guys over your way. Do you guys have any other recommendations? Have you guys tried these complete middle school guides yet? If you haven't, do you plan on picking them up? Let me tell you, this one came from Walmart. I paid $12 for, give or take, but you can see BJ's have them cheaper for $10.79. So BJ's has them, Walmart has them, Costco has them, Target has them, and someone on Instagram said one more place. Just kidding. I don't know the other place that they said. So maybe that was it. BJ's, Costco's, Walmart, Target. So anyway, these are just really good books. So, and the back says $14.95. So at Walmart paying $12 or at BJ's paying $10.79. Either way, it's still a good deal. But what I wanted to actually share was I actually bought these used from a mama on a Facebook swap. So you guys know I'm a mommy of 5, got 5 kids. So I'm trying to be cautious with those coins because your girl gave up her job after 8 years so I could just do this full time. And so I do want to be mindful and save when I can, so that areas that I can't, I'm good. So I got this whole set for $15. And I was thinking about giving this one away since I just bought it and I never used it, just to look through it. Or since I think I still have the receipt, I can just take it back and I can get the one that I'm missing, because again, there is 5 of them and I am missing the, again, the world history. So if they had the world history, I could, swap it out for this one. And then, like I said, because I was able to get these on sale, I was able to save a little bit to get these things. So anyway, guys, this is part of my middle school journey. And I know for me, middle school was slightly like, oh, what am I going to do? And so maybe some of you are kind of feeling that same way of like, oh, what am I going to do? Or just kind of nervous or anxious. And I just want you to know that, like, you're not alone. New things can be challenging. New things can be hard. But we make it through, and we can make it through, and we can do this together. And so I'm here for the journey. And so hopefully, guys, we travel along it together. And again, if you have any other middle school suggestions, ideas, tips, tricks, any of that good stuff, let me know. And as always, remember, you can do a lot with a little. And blessings to you.